What's up, guys? This is Don from Dr. Smoke, and we've got Anthony
AKA Doughboy.
AKA Doughboy. And today we're going to be doing a seasoning video on the new Blackstone 36-inch griddle. You got this thing heating up already. I can feel it from there.
This thing puts off some heat.
Yes, it does. And it consumes propane. Big time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to jump behind the camera, and Anthony's going to do his thing and show you exactly how you should be seasoning the griddle on a brand new one. And this step can be repeated throughout the lifelong time of the Blackstone. So.
To prolong the griddle top to stay as non-stick as possible, probably the best thing to do is do this, you know, after each time using. All I'm doing right now is just trying to clean the top off. There's some thin metal shavings
From
manufacturing that are on here. This is the very first time using the grill, so I just want to try to get as much of that off as possible before we start seasoning.
Don't scratch it, Anthony.
Oh, you're not scratching this. As you can see, it's hot, and I am not. So I'm just trying to
prep the surface because we want a clean surface to start with.
Yep. And as you can see, there's just a little bit of residue on there. We want to get that off before we go seasoning it.
Yep.
All right.
Now, what are we using to season this today?
We're using the official Blackstone Griddle seasoning and cast iron conditioner. So, as you can see right now, it looks pretty gray. And after it's done, it should darken the color and be close to maybe a black.
We're going to repeat this step 3 to 4 times. This way we get that nice non-stick surface. And the idea behind this whole thing is to polymerize the oil to the pan. This way your food doesn't stick to it.
So they say 2 to 3 tablespoons of the butter. If I was doing it as I am, I would put it on the front side first. It's going to start to drip down towards the back side, and we're going to add in
Melts away.
Yep. So I think it's a good amount on there. Next step I'm going to do is, it says use a paper towel. So I would either take a regular one square, or if it's one of those ones that's the multi-square, you're going to want to put maybe 3 of them. And I wouldn't just wipe the cook surface, I would also hit the sides as well. So back when I was a teenager, I worked in a pizza shop, and one of the things that we had to do is clean the griddle each day. So, you know, you got a pretty good amount of oil on here. Just make sure you got it all wiped into the surface.
Now, you think that flame needs to be turned down some or no?
It says to keep it on high.
Okay.
So
then we can see that the griddle's already starting to turn black. And now, when do you know when the first application is done?
it should stop smoking.
Okay, so when we stop to see the smoke, that's when we're gonna go for the next.
It's gonna probably have to cool down and then reapply. Right now I'm just trying to make sure the whole surface is nice and covered. Now you will see some discoloration initially before even putting this on, and that's just normal because they use a soy-based oil to protect the surface. I will drop this down a little bit, Don.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd say hide him.
And you're just getting that because we don't want to see any rust. This thing's going to be outside.
You want to protect it as much as possible.
So that's our first application. We'll come back here in a minute or two when this thing stops to smoke, and we'll do the second application. So Anthony, how long's it been since we first started?
Don, it's been like 25, 30 minutes.
But it's important.
Absolutely, 100%.
You need to wait. You need to, I mean, especially for your first coat. Like, we're still on our first coat, but look how black that is. We're kind of still waiting for this corner to settle in. But even if you look on the sides, it's all starting to go up. So, again, you just need to be patient when you're doing this. I know you want to cook on your new Blackstone griddle, but at this point, it's important to do this.
Yeah,
you know,
you really want to get this initial seasoning done.
Right.
And done right.
Yep.
You don't want to half it. You want to really take its time, do what it needs to be done. We're going to have to do this another 2-3 times before we can really start cooking on it. And it's going to be critical to keep it as a non-stick surface. If not, you're going to have rust galore, and you're going to have to clean this thing down to scratch and redo the whole process again. So be patient.
Sometimes I've even seen people where they had to sandblast them. You have to take it professionally sandblasted, and then you have to re-season it.
Yeah.
So that's what I don't want, and we're going to make sure that we do it right. But our surface is starting to look like it should. We'll get there. But what are we going to do now?
You know what? Hey, when life gives you lemons, you make
mozzarella sticks.
Mozzarella sticks. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to use the air fryer and make some mozzarella sticks.
Right.
Why not?
So we're gonna actually give them a try on camera to see how they are. Now, Anthony, I don't think anything actually lights in that. I think it uses the heat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it uses the heat from the Blackstone.
So what I'm feeling right now is the heat coming down off of the burner assembly.
You smell propane.
I do too.
You want to hit that igniter one more time?
It's kicking some heat.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. Yeah. There we go.
You didn't eat your Wheaties today, did you?
No, I didn't eat my Wheaties today.
So we're just going to cover the bottom of it. And this is a pretty big capacity. Just do one layer. Yep, perfect.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Mozzarella sticks are in. We'll check back in when they're done, and we'll give them a shot on camera. So what's the matter, man? You look hot.
It's hot.
It's
hot in here.
It's getting
What
hot in
also
here.
is going on here is we've got a seasoned grill Griddle a lot better than it was. It took some time. I'm gonna say, how long do you think we were in here?
About an hour.
Almost an hour.
Good hour.
For this is just the initial seasoning. So now we're letting it cool down. We're gonna throw another 2 to 3 tablespoons of the seasoning oil on it, and heat it up again and let it go.
All right. So we've got our second coat on, and we're heating it back up. Start to see it smoke. We're gonna wait for it to stop and repeat. But right now, what's in there, Anthony? What's in that Blackstone?
Listen, I mean, while we're waiting for this, we might as well use the air fryer.
Right.
So how about some fresh mozzarella sticks?
Looking good. Crispy too. You can see them, little char.
They're not as they're not like a regular fryer. Obviously, it's an air fryer, but look at how that mozzarella is melted. And you know what?
You gonna try one?
I'm gonna tear into one of these bad bears.
Yeah, baby. Give it a shot.
Look at that cheese.
That cheese.
Look at that cheese.
In the background, the Griddle's seasoning for that BLT.
Ah. Oh
And
my
wait,
God.
did I hear a crunch?
You heard a crunch.
Let's hear. I want to hear that crunch one more time on camera. Yeah, I hear a crunch.
Woo! Them some good mozz sticks. Oh, hey Don. When we're done the mozz sticks,
What do we got?
how about we have some churros?
What? You have churros in there? Where'd
Hell.
you get them at? Where did they come from?
My friends in Violin.
Oh, okay. We'll check back in after the seasoning's done. Churros are ready, man.
Let's
Check them out. Check them out. Whoa. They look golden brown. One thing I did want to point out as we take these churros off is I did read in a review that the air fryer just uses the top of the griddle heat for the air fryer, and that's not true. It actually does have its own ignition system, and it does have its own air control for the fire. I'll get up underneath and show you real fast before we shut it down. But if you look down below, that's for your air fryer. So that review I read was not true. The air fryer uses its own heat source and temperature control source. Alright, this concludes the video for the seasoning. What we're going to do here is we're throwing 1 more tablespoon on, and we're just going to season this 1 more time, but I don't think we should exhaust any more time with the video. Anthony's just going to spread everything out, get that nice thin coat, just like we did before. But as you can see, that griddle is the perfect color.
looking good.
Looking good. Thanks for watching from Dr. Smoke. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you soon because we're going to be doing what next?
BLTs, baby!
BLT. Thank you.